Hey guys, what's up? Sold here. I wanted to address something that is going around the community and a lot of people are using. I'm sure a lot of those players who are concerned about this mainly play in the Dark Zone, such as myself. We're going to take a look at Double Companion. And as far as Division's take on this, so let's take a look. This is a raid build glass cannon. Let's take a look at what glass cannon does. I'm running the perfect named one, sorry. All damage you deal is amplified by 30%, but you take 60% amplified. Okay. Okay, not too bad, right? And I don't, a lot of people do use this in the Dark Zone as well. We'll talk about Vigilance. Increases total weapon damage by 25%. So, do the math here. You're getting a damage of AR boost because I have a Fenris. You're getting multiplicative damage, damage to target out of cover. I have that on here. I do not have that on my set Almos. Don't feel like rolling it. Whatever. I'm sure a lot of people have the components. This is a all red build. No blues, as you can see. Let's take a look at the stats. The PvP weapon damage is 42.3 thousand. And 106 weapon damage. Doesn't sound that bad, right? We're sitting at a 60 crit chance and 187.8 crit damage. Now, I'm pretty sure that's just maybe because of my mods, to be honest. I'm pretty sure everything's maxed. My gun's not maxed, and this isn't maxed. This isn't maxed. I have very little expertise on this build. 14 is not that high. The game has been out long enough. The expertise system has been in the game long enough to the point to where people have 23 or at least 15 to 20. So looking at these numbers once again, PvP weapon damage and the weapon damage. Keep those numbers in mind. Okay? Now we're hitting for quite a bit. Even with, there's other options. Be the most, I feel like, the most realistic amount of armor that you would fight against somebody in the DZ or just open world or a raid. That's per hit. That's damage per second. Okay? Wasn't even a full clip. Maybe like what, 20 bullets? 21 bullets? That's 5.2 million damage. Okay? That's on paper. Watch how fast the armor goes down. You see we're critting for about 600k. That's with the extra crit damage from the Coyote's mask. Now, this applies to your team as well. Okay? So, let's take a look. This is Double Companion. Okay? Let's just go ahead and make sure this is procced right now. Okay? I have the buff. This is with the buff. The weapon damage, significantly higher. The PvP weapon damage, 72k. Okay? 180k. As far as what we're running, I have one piece Fenris for the assault rifle damage. I don't have the weapon damage. This is not optimized. Matter of fact, I don't even have it proficient. Okay? While you are in 10 meters of an ally or skill, total weapon damage is increased by 20%. Okay, that's the perfect version. Here's the regular one on the backpack. Increased 5 meters, 15%. In my opinion, I feel like this is double stacking the damage. Okay? I added it up. It is not multiplicative damage you are gaining, by the way. As you can see, I don't have foxes on this build or contractors. I have bloody knuckles. You can hit them with a grenade. You can get melee damage. Okay? And you can get weapon damage. 25%. Okay? So, this is 15. What is that? Yeah? Okay. And 20. I am also running the Picaro's holster. 15% weapon damage. Okay? This build has almost no expertise except for the pieces that I have on other builds. This, doesn't really matter. It's an all red build. Just like the glass cannon. But minus the one blue, okay? I can't roll a red on it. It's the way it is, okay? Let's go and let's test this damage again. It's already procced. As you can tell, you see that little cat on the bottom left under my ammo. Let's look at the DPS. Let's look at the time to kill as well. It is hitting harder. Significantly harder than a glass cannon. Okay. Let's clear it again. Significantly harder than a glass cannon. Let's look at our crits. 500 to 600, roughly. Okay? Again, 180k weapon damage on 172 PvP weapon damage. Without max crit or max crit damage. Significantly less. We're at 180 and I believe, 72,000. Or maybe more. Okay? That's with glass cannon. That is with amplified damage. With the multiplicative of the damage the target ought to cover. That means, say you have 2 million armor. Okay? Realistically, in my personal experience, it feels like basically you will die from an all-red companion or even with armor, slightly less damage, obviously. Red companion can probably about half mag you. Less, depending on how good their aim is. My aim is terrible. Okay? Remember those numbers. We're looking again. Okay? 180 and 72k PvP. Look, still the same. Even if you're saying I'm not toggling it. Okay. Glass cannon. Again. 42,000 versus 72,000. I mean, that's a pretty big number. A pretty big jump. This is as well. Mind you, a watch is maxed. Once you hit 1,000 is maxed. You get all the bonuses from your watch. Everything else goes to... So, I notion the Trello board. It is not a problem with it proccing. I believe you are getting... It is double stacking, in my opinion. That is with the build that I showed you. I believe best combination for the most damage. With a double companion. Which is hitting harder. I wouldn't say the highest DPS, but a higher DPS than the 2 talents. You have more multiplicative damage in the glass cannon build than this build. Yet this build hits way harder on players. Glass has the ability to one-shot if you're using a Nemesis. This has the ability to one-tap shotgun, one-tap snipe, and half-clip players. The time to kill on this build is absolutely insane. I believe that is the problem. I don't like using it. I'll be honest. I'm one of the players that likes running a Catharsis with a Fenris 2-piece walker or a Seska and a Grupo, or at least Foxes. Okay? I have multiple variations of this build. You know, I run this mostly. This, if you're fighting a server, you need a little bit more armor. This is what I use. Okay? Significantly less damage. I believe that the damage is broken. I believe that the damage in this game, not just Double Companion, but in general, the damage in this game with certain brand sets and certain weapons is way too high. A lot of people can agree, and a lot of people that I play with can agree, that the damage is insane. That something like that is hitting harder than Glass Cannon in PvP. PvE, I would have absolutely no problem if it hit that hard. There are so many other combinations and everything that could probably surpass that if I took the time and I put that together. But I think that would bring a lot of players back, or keep a lot of players who have already been in the DZ most of their vision, like, you know, duration of their, you know, their agent's cycle. It would keep a lot of players in there, and it would keep your game alive if we fixed little things like that. Double Companion, in my opinion, is definitely overpowered. All of the things in this build are absolutely achievable to make. The build that you are looking at. You can farm this. I would say you could get everything that I have here in no longer than at least a week. If you have friends to play with, or even if you're solo. There is Countdown. There is that intended that way. I will shut up, but I feel like that is insane. That being said, have a good one. This is Kit signing off.